How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back to yet another review. A little bit of old school, new school IPA, hopeful goodness, in the form of Fathead Brewing's Headhunter India Pale Ale. Yeah, I have had this before. Full disclosure, it's been a couple years since I've had it, but I only had it on draft. Never had it in bottle. Never reviewed it, but I've always wanted to. It's because it's one of those OG, old school style, kind of super popular, kind of, old school, new school, as I put it, kind of IPAs in that kind of two-hearted kind of realm. But I never got distribution. I lived in PA, but it was in they distributed out Pittsburgh way, not necessarily on my side of the state. I'm in Jersey now. They actually don't distribute here either. This comes courtesy of a beer mail via Anthony. Thank you very much, brother. He sent me off a box of Ohio, and this is in it. So we're going to review it. As far as what it says on here, it says Fathead's Headhunter India Pale Ale, 7.5% alcohol by volume. American Beer Cup, World Beer Cup, GABF stuff over there. And Headhunter is an aggressively dry hopped, uncivilized West Coast style IPA with a huge hop display of pine, grapefruit, citrus, and pineapple. A punch you in the mouth brew for those that truly love their hops, respect the resin. Hoppy beers are best consumed fresh. This beer would be exactly 1 month old. It says bottle on 10-2, filming on 11-2. And that'd be that. Otherwise, it's okay. It's very similar to somebody I know in real life, but yeah, it's okay label. It's just kind of classic, but in a kind of cartoony, cheesy way, actually. Not a big fan of label, let's put it that way. It just makes me laugh a little bit, because it kind of reminds me of somebody I actually know in real life. Anyway, water in the goddamn glass. Get that out of there. Been aggressively washing the shit out of my glasses as of late, so you'll see them wet all the time. What do we have going on here? That is what we call, are we going to call that perfectly clear? There's the slightest bit of haze. It might be just from the coolness of the beer on it. Subtle, very, very subtle haze to it. Very minimal carbonation. Half a pinky finger of, pretty creamy head, but nothing too crazy. Uniform bubble stains, those random big, huge stragglers. And then it's got that kind of washed out copper penny color to it. So, yeah, she definitely looks the old school kind of IPA root. Spill it all over your hand. That's how you smell it better. It's a pro tip. Yeah, it's classic. Classic as classic could be. You're getting that huge citrus grapefruit thing. It's definitely coming off pithy and sticky and bittering and all that kind of stuff. And at the same time, you're getting that kind of big, nice kind of West Coast piney, resiny note. It comes off candied. Yeah, it comes off rich, sweet candy. There's a nice bittering component to it. There's a big sweet component to it. It smells just rich and bold and vibrant. You're talking what did I say? 7.5%. So it's a big beer versioning in the double IPA range, but actually definitely a double IPA range. 7.5 is double IPA for me. Let's just dive in. Cheers. It's nice. Huge with a Y. Pine and bittering. It is heavily leaning on that resin component. You get drips and drabs of that citrus, that grapefruit, that orange, those kind of things in there, but it's definitely pine leading away here, both in a kind of sappy kind of way, and a resiny kind of way, and a pine needly kind of way. It's a multi-level based kind of resininess. It's not as sweet as you think it would be, based off the nose. It's sweet, I'm not going to lie, but it's not too sweet. It's nice. It's just not my kind of beer. You know what I mean? It's nice. And I did this in by the time I post this, who knows, but about a month maybe. No, about a month or so ago, I posted an editorial about the difference between a good beer and a beer you like, or a bad beer and a beer that's made badly. This is a prime example of that. This beer is made really, really well. The way it showcases that kind of piney, resiny component, the way it kind of gives you that big fruitiness on your nose, the cleanliness of the beer as you drink it. It's super well made. Super, just to a T, zero flaw, awesomely made. Just not my kind of beer. So I'm not going to sit here and gush all over it as far as just knee-jerk personal enjoyment. But at the same time, I can tell a really well-made beer when I taste one, and that's this. It's just the beers that typically skew super heavy resin just don't really resonate like that shit with me all that much. So yeah, it's nice. It's tasty. It's really well made. I like it. I dig it. It's a nice kind of switch of gears from all the hazies and super East Coast stuff that I've been having as of late, but just not my cup of tea. So yeah, tasty, huge, resonant, leading the way. Or fruity on the nose, and just a really well made beer. Let's talk about it. It's one of the better double IPAs I've had as of late. No, for me, no, but I can see it working for a lot of different people. Value availability, no idea. I mean, I know they get distribution out in PA now, especially kind of in my area where I moved from. They actually get it in that area now, but I don't know if this one gets out there, so we'll have to ask those old Ohios and Pittsburghians and leave you with, if you like what, will you like this? If you like your classic West Coast IPAs and you like them big and bold and resinous, that's where this one lies, and that's a good thing if that's what you dig. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little pine resin bomb right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.